We want to go out to our Macy Jenkins, who's live in Pasadena right now. Macy, we are seeing some pretty extreme pictures here.
Michael, the wind has picked up so significantly, it's getting hard to stand. I'm going to give you an idea where we are on Washington Boulevard. We are near a nursing home, the Parkview Nursing Home Wellness Center, and they are evacuating patients in wheelchairs. As you see embers flying through the wind, they're trying to get the cars out of the street. That's what I just heard police saying. They're trying to get the cars out of the street and the parking lot so they can get these patients into a safe location. Now, there are a few ambulances, but there's still traffic coming this way. I'm looking over here and I'm seeing that they're using they're using a small truck to get some of these people out of the way. It's getting harder and harder to see here, and very smelling like smoke. I want to get out of the way and let my photographer Susan Monroe get some of these people. Obviously they had no time to prepare before they had to get out as these embers are flying and the ambulances are coming here. There are certain first responders. I'm trying to get a look on the other side of the street. It looks like there are several police officers and also ambulances trying to evacuate these people. Again, we're here on Washington Boulevard at the Pasadena Park Healthcare and Wellness Center. Some of these patients appear to be in very severe condition. Another person, he was screaming that he couldn't breathe. It's hard for us to breathe, and we are standing and walking here. The lights on the street have gone out. Looks like the street lights are out, and I cannot even see the wellness center from across the street. That is how thick the smoke is right here. It's very hard to say. I was listening to Darsha Phillips, and she says she has covered many fires in California, as have I. But when things move this quickly and the embers fly, you do not have a moment's notice. You have maybe minutes, seconds to get your things and get out. Again, if you pan this way, you'll see pillows on the street as they're trying to get these patients here. The first responders trying to, again, clear the streets. The buses in front of us out of service. Very chaotic here in Altadena.
We know we want to stay on the patients as much as possible to see what's happening, but this is a tedious situation because this looks like it is a skilled nursing facility of some sort, as you said, a wellness center, and these are people who need care. And so to get them out of harm's way and get them on the buses, but still tend to their medical needs, my gosh, you have to feel for these people who are assisting here. It is just a very difficult situation.
And you can see many of them have oxygen tanks that they are just holding on to. They're strapped to the wheelchairs. Some people have their items in bags. They're being assisted by the people who are here. Some of the people working with the healthcare center. Others look like they're in plain clothes, so possibly family members. And I'm trying to get out of the street so we can see really what is happening over here. McDonald's parking lot now taken over by cars and first responders trying to get in to this area. But again, if you'll see the people on stretchers and just the effort, the very rapid effort to try to get these people out of harm's way. As we now see, I mean, I'm looking, I can see some lights at the wellness center, but truthfully, it is black and windy out. Hard for us to see, and we are wearing goggles. I can't imagine what it's like for some of these patients who cannot breathe. And some of these first responders who are actually running back and forth across the street. One of the officers told me, or I overheard him saying, they're trying to get them as far away from the hospital as they can. But truthfully, you can only go a few blocks before you, run into more parking lots that are, oh, look, let's take a look here. So it looks like we have a city bus, a Pasadena transit bus that is going to help evacuate some of these patients. Are you getting ready to put patients onto this bus, sir? Sir, are you going to be putting patients on? Are they going to be using this? Okay, that's a very good use of city transit here. So there is a little bit of traffic on this side. It might be people who are local, who live over here. But again, many of the street lights are out. You can see blinking lights in the distance, but as we were coming towards this area, the street lights are out. So you really have to tread carefully. We're going to go closer to this area.
Macy,
walking back to the parking lot here.
Macy, as you make that walk, any idea, and just give us a rough estimate if you can, how many patients have you seen being removed from that facility?
I'm going to say I've seen at least 40 patients.
Wow.
And they just keep coming.
My goodness.
You know, it's quite a lot, and I imagine that if someone has a family member here, these people in plain clothes, they've likely rushed over here to try to get their family members out of harm's way. And we can see.
And the pictures that we're seeing, very few of them are walking out, standing up. A lot of them are being wheeled out in wheelchairs. Some of them are being assisted by, administrators with that wellness center to get to that bus or to that ambulance. So a lot of these folks obviously need assistance.
You can see this person in a wheelchair with the no shoes on, the blanket just dragging in the street. And those gusts of winds keep hitting us, and I can imagine they're hitting the patients as well. Very difficult to breathe and really open your eyes.
Yeah, that's so hard on them. And it's also very scary. It's scary for anyone who's out in the middle of this. I can imagine what their family members must be thinking if they are watching or hearing about this. But thank goodness, as you said, people are there assisting them to see that city bus. It just gives you some hope that they're going to be able to get all the people out and hopefully away from the fire. But I wanted to ask you, how close are you to actual flames right now? I know the smoke is bad, but how close is the fire?
You know, Kathy, if I can, I'm looking at the facility now. I do not see flames, but I see lights. I thought it was an orange glow. I think those are police lights. The smoke is too thick for us to actually see the flames. And I am struggling myself because the wind is blowing so quickly, blowing off this mask I'm wearing here. But really, I cannot see past the lights, so I can't see a block in front of me. I will say that I do not see active flames. I see smoke, thick smoke in front of me, all around us. We've seen embers. The embers have slowed down. I see a few of them in the air. So obviously there is fire coming from just north of us where the mountains are.